You're the best of the best in a very, very unique, elite sports training paradigm. We call what we do here mental conditioning. Mental conditioning for us operates off a couple principles. Number one, you don't need to be sick to get better. And number two, successful people simply do what unsuccessful people don't like to do. There's really no magic. Do you know that we actually all talk to ourselves, and it's estimated at a rate of somewhere between 800 to 1,400 words a minute. So if I'm competing in a race or an event or in let's say a tennis match, okay? The average tennis match is about 2 hours. The average point in tennis is approximately 7 seconds. The average time between points is 26 seconds. So if I'm a tennis player and I play a 2-hour match, I play approximately 15 minutes of tennis, and I've got an hour and 45 minutes in between points. Okay? So most of our average athletes, if we compete in a 2 to 3 hour event, we'll probably say somewhere of 100,000 things to ourselves. And how many of you think what you tell yourself has an impact on how you feel or how you perform? Would you agree? Okay, absolutely. All words are simply tools. For example, if I said, hey, I don't want you guys to think of Coach Castro sitting on the Eiffel Tower wearing a pink bikini. Don't think about that right now. Okay? You said, Trevor, I wouldn't think about it if you'd shut your face. Okay? Words trigger pictures. Now, one of the programs I have the opportunity to work with is the University of Alabama. I've worked with Coach Saban and worked with their program now for the past 4 seasons. And when training camp comes, the average temperature is about 103 degrees. Okay? And you're in pads twice a day. So we have simple rules. No one's allowed to discuss the heat. Nobody's allowed to talk about the heat. And we make sure that our exterior talk is always positive. Now, again, people are like, oh, well, you're going to tell, a guy's going to say that, hey, I'm cold or I'm freezing. It's 103 degrees. I don't know if a positive thinking will work all the time. But I do know that negative thinking will. All right? And what I tell myself, I'm hot, I can't do it, I'm struggling, today's not my day. You know, Phil Mickelson, the golfer, won his first Masters Championship, won his first tournament, I think first major 4 years ago. He could never win one before, could win everything but a major. And they said, what was the difference? What was the difference for you, Phil? Why did you finally win one? You're such a great golfer, so talented. He said, I don't really know. All I know is I woke up that morning and the whole day I kept telling myself, you know what? This is your day, Phil. That's the difference. I always had the game. For whatever reason, I kept believing and I kept affirming that this was my day, and you know what? It was. So what we know is there's some correlation between what you tell yourself and how you perform. And mentally, how they communicate. If an athlete can't communicate well, if an athlete doesn't have the ability to shake hands, look people in the eye, and interact with the real world, they're going to completely change the dynamic of the team. And if you follow great sports teams, for example, last year the Yankees won the pennant. Okay, I know we have some Red Sox fans in here, but you know, one of the things that was said, they talked about their culture, the attitude, the way they interacted with people, the way their locker room was. So all of these things matter. And they don't just matter for you as an athlete, but they matter for you as a husband, for you as a wife, as a significant other, as a co-worker, in all these areas. That's to us very, very important.